will push a case and say, on account of population alone, it deserves to be similar. Therefore, it's a very complex debate, which when we have the challenge, and the reason why I'll ask you this, and perhaps not any other of the groups that have presented, is because you're a leader, we sit together in Senate, and you understand the intrigues and the difficulties that the country continues to face. Wouldn't you propose rather a way and means of ensuring that services get closer to your people, more than just creation of an administrative unit? And you know this, Senator Wambua, that in all our 47 counties presently, and this is something that we need to consider in Senate in the next coming days, all our counties are in violation of Section 25 of the PFM Act. There is none that is devoting more than 30% of their shareable revenue to development. So therefore, what you end up doing is that when you create additional counties, you're giving jobs to perhaps a maximum of 1,000, 2,000 people, but what eventually gets as actual development to the people that you're seeking is only 20% of that. Haven't you thought of maybe of another way other than just creation of a county, of trying to ensure that your people get justice? I thank you, Chair.
Yes, Senator, we'll allow you to quickly respond to those two.
Yes, I will. Let me begin with
I need to say this before you do that. You're quite right. The Attorney General Emeritus was sitting there before you, actually confirmed that he was the violator. He's the one who gave the list in order to break the stalemate, because some were asking for 100, others 18, and others. So he really used like a rule of the thumb and said those which were which had been gazetted as districts. And although Mwingi was announced, I remember that, about the same time Tharaka Nithi was given the district status, and Makueni, and Mwingi was just not gazetted. It's really, you're quite right in saying the office of the Attorney General let down the people of Mwingi, because that was the criterion that was being used. So I want just to agree with you on that score.
I think your party leader, it feels good when your party leader agrees with you. Now I can deal with the rest. On the matter of the referendum, yes. I think because this will touch on the structure of devolution, then it's a question that should go to the people and let the people of Kenya decide whether it is something they want to do. I'm very clear about that. On the matter of what Senator Cheruiyot is asking, who is also my leader in the Senate, two things. One, he brings in the argument that I started with, the Me Too argument, that if you create Mwingi County, then other people will say, Me Too, and will give their reasons. But I am convinced, and my party leader has gone me out, that the reason why we don't have Mwingi County today is not because another person was given a county. It is because somebody slept on their job. The Attorney General did not gazette Mwingi County alongside Tharaka Nithi and Makueni. And on that account, now the people of Mwingi will continue to suffer injustice because of the mistake of one person. That's the way I look at it. Secondly, Senator Cheruiyot, this country is defined, Kenya is defined as its citizens and its land. And that's why a lot of presidents will say we will not cede an inch to anyone, because land is important. So land mass is as important to this country as the population is. So the argument that there are people that have huge populations and small pieces of land, in my case, does not arise, because then what you lose in land mass, you gain in population. And what you lose in population, then you gain in land mass. And as I conclude, I say this. Devolution, Honorable Team, devolution has actually been hijacked at county headquarters. The drafters of this constitution, and that's why they are leaving that Article 6 open, they did not envisage a situation where when you create county headquarters, now that is the end of devolution, things now should work properly from there. No, no, no. That should have been the beginning of it. That we should evolve further to wards, to constituencies. And by extension, then this one county, this just one county in this country, Mwingi, that was denied a right by the mistake of one person. I will leave it to you to decide whether you want just to say they lost and they lost, then let them live with it, or you may want to correct that injustice on account of the fact that we all agree, and the AG Emeritus was here, as you've told me, he has confirmed that it is him that did not gazette Mwingi. I rest my case.
Thank you, Senator. And it is indeed true. He was seated right where you are seated, and he made that concession. We hear you and sympathize with not you only, but the people of Mwingi and many other Kenyans who feel that there is some element of injustice. But that is why we are here. We will consider yours and those of other Kenyans. Asante. Na kwaheri if you are traveling back to Kitui County. Or is it to Misha? You're doing badly. I thought you invite me for lunch. and unfortunately, Senator, and it's good because the fourth estate are here. And I saw the nation accuse this committee of gobbling up 100 million shillings. And I heard, I think over the weekend, someone saying that we are sipping expensive tea and champagne. We unfortunately have no facilities. We are here to get a shilling. Even the waters and the conference facilities, we are here courtesy of a well-wisher, one of our civil society organizations that have been meeting the conferencing facility costs, including our teas and light meals when we have a long day like today. But unfortunately, because of you and the Ilchamus and Public Service Commission who are here, we are not even able to break for lunch.
That's okay. Chair, let me help you there, because then it's a problem. And let's confirm to media, because I sat in this committee, the first team. And to be honest to this country, there is no government money that is being spent on these things. It's a volunteer service. It's people doing this for the nation. So thinking that government is giving these people allowances or monies, I think we should disabuse ourselves of that notion and just allow Kenyans to do their job. They're just doing their job.
Thank you, Senator. We will request, just hold on, we request Public Service Commission. I'm told you have a meeting at 3:30. So we request the Chamus community to hold on.
No, just sit.
Letagule, just take your seats first. We allow the Public Service Commission,